You're still watching News Extra on NTA. One of the major health issues in Nigeria has been HIV and AIDS and H-lung virus across the globe. The good news, however, is the manner states are matching energy, political will and commitment of the federal government in achieving the 95% target of people knowing their status, along sustained antiretroviral therapy and viral suppression, respectively, by the year 2025. In this report, Rabi Abdallah takes us through how Nasarawa State, known for its very high prevalent rate, years back moved from the red status to green on the HIV radar.
An estimated 1.9 million persons are living with HIV in Nigeria, according to the 2018 Nigeria HIV and AIDS Indicator and Impact Survey, NAIS. Despite the existence of HIV and AIDS Anti-Discrimination Act of 2014, people living with HIV tend to experience stigma. This is the Dalhatu Araf Specialist Hospital, located in the heart of Lafia, Nasarawa State Capital, and there is a reason why it is the #1 go-to facility when it comes to HIV and AIDS services.
We have a current active patients over 5,000, and that makes it quite a big site. So we offer all comprehensive services in the facility, and also we serve as a hub.
Ruth Yakubu is a client of the hospital who has been living with the virus for the past 18 years. She takes us down memory lane.
My husband was already down with the ailment. I went for the test and it became positive. Then there was no free drugs. I was buying a drug, an ARV for 1 month at 10,000 naira. That was in 2004. My husband came down with the opportunistic infections, so he couldn't make it. He passed on in 2006.
Records show that as at 1999, the HIV prevalence rate for Nasarawa State stood at 10.8%.
Around 2010, our prevalence was high, almost about 10.6%, and by 2016, we're at 4.8%. But by 2018, after the NAIS studies, we're at 2%. Thus, we left the red to green.
How was the state able to move from red to green on the table? You must be wondering.
A lot of things were done. In fact, Nasarawa State is one of the states that had anti-stigma and discrimination law that came out 2012, even before the national. The national was 2014. And another thing that we noticed that even during marriages, because the way they go about it, first of all, they will do the test in the day of the marriage, and when it is positive, they will cancel the marriage. So because of that, we now took another step to start giving orientations and sensitization to the religious leaders.
The first strategy we took was that there must be premarital assessment. But because of progress, now drugs were found. We now have to go back to the public, that they can now engage. I have to go back to my ulama and involve them, to go back and research and come out with information that is backed by the Quran.
Continuous sensitization and awareness, because to me, that is the only thing that is left now. All those interventions of drugs and other things is okay, but sensitization, people are down there, at the interiors.
Nigeria has more HIV-infected babies than anywhere in the world, and it is a distinction no country wants. The integration of traditional birth attendants into prevention of mother-to-child transmission of the virus has helped to stem the tide of babies getting infected through pregnancy.
They taught us how to screen the patient. They told us how to do 2 lines. If they see 2 lines, they know that this patient is positive. If they see 1 line, they know it's negative. But for confirmation, they should take it to the Link Hospital nearby.
The challenges that we have is funding, because since the World Bank project ended, it's only the government now that is funding HIV in the state, aside from the partner. The partners, donor fatigue.
For the Director General of the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, Dr. Gumel Aliyu Gambo, Nasarawa State and its likes translate to the country's success story, evident in the significant dip and the HIV national prevalence of 3.4% from 2007 to a population-based prevalence of 1.3 in 2018.
We have a plan already in place to accommodate the need or the gap, to fill in the gap that will emerge as donors begin to withdraw. We believe that plan will now come into effect towards the year 2030, which is the year that is earmarked for every country in the world to achieve what we call epidemic control.
While AIDS remains an unfinished business, ensuring increased availability, quality and sustainability of services for HIV treatment, testing and prevention, health watchers say must remain top priority for government, so that not only is no one left behind, but well served. Rabi Abdullah, NTA News.